All right, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ashiz Tha Rebirth. So I'm not really sure if we're going to get into the cards today or if I'm just getting ready to channel some download or what we get ready to really get into. But my spirit today is holding on, holding on. When I tell you she's gleaning on, like the bosom of the ancestors today, like the rebirth. Be in need of some rebirthing, if you will. You understand? What's up, y'all? If you're new here, I'm the rebirth. Listen, spirit say so, okay? I've just been entrusted as oracle, scribe, sacred carrier, speaker of the word as spirit. Give download, everything pure, true, and love rest and abound here. So it don't matter what your background is, who you are, where you come from. Spirit say we align because there's a remembering of who we are in our divine authentic self. And so Spirit said, I'm going to need you to dap sis up real quick. I'm going to need you to hug real quick. I'm going to need you to feel the frequency real quick of a rebirthing of a thing, okay? So those of you that are true to this and not new to this, listen. Most of y'all is ladies, okay? So listen, sis. Listen, I honor you for continuing because, listen, sis, no. Shit get tight, okay? It get tough, all right? This shit right here, around here, we know this shit be labored for. Like, I don't count none of the lines on my face for granted, bro. Like, let me rack them bitches up because I'm trying to smile for a lifetime because I made it. And I'm still making it. But Spirit want us right now today. Hey, baby. Spirit want us right now today to kind of bask. Spirit's been saying that to us the past this week or so, right? So Spirit is telling us that hashtag we are baskers in another way today. In my book, I wrote this poem some years ago, Carpe Diem, and every time I read it, it'd be different things going on, but Spirit called forth for it to be read today. I was like, okay, let's get into it then. And it's all about Carpe Diem, right? Seizing a moment. You know what I mean? Like really soaking that thing in. Because one, y'all know life is, it's to a vapor. Could be here today and gone in the next breath. Therefore, we have to begin to really be mindful of being in the presence and the energy of Carpe Diem. Meaning Spirit has been whispering to us, yelling, blaring to us the past couple of days. You're standing in the promised land. You're standing in the promised land. When you going to seize it? Right? Because when you labor, and you never can see the reward of anything, anywhere, I don't care, the most trusted, integral has to see some sign of something out of all this given I've been given. You understand? Spirit say it ain't here for you, or that isn't true. The truth ain't never changed, but you haven't availed your eyes open to see, or hands untethered and untied and untightened so that you can receive it. See, Spirit said you already in the promised land. So Spirit said, read that to them. I just want y'all to know it's on page 35 of my book. 3 and 5, y'all know is 8. This Spirit said is an infinite word be unto them. Seize the moment. She say, each moment, so you won't have to go back in your mind and rewind time to conjure those moments you left behind, words left unsaid, others simply watered down. Illusion of what's really pounding at heart's beat, that first, fifth, or seventh kiss, and you still somewhere stuck wandering in clouds fog, pretending to be lost in the stars when really as soon as lips part, your mind also parts into space. The space between reality and memory, where you play back moments on repeat, how it could be, should be. Consider what you just missed. Let slip moments went too quick. Promises to self that next time you'll fully embrace. Take moment and let it soak in. Feel warmth of lips before they've even touched. Gravities yearn as two become one. Hands, placement, grip, or caress, meaning of tongues, stroke soft and slow, and just like that, the words can no longer be watered down. This captured moment leaves no word unsaid, and the depths of these words are finally understood, creating more than a memory. Because a moment seized, we've connected to eternity. Experience the truth in Carpe Diem's existence. For when children grow, and blossom they do. Far off and wide as the fields in which they once played, all innocence unguarded, 2 feet they shall independently stand, one mind in regards, and it's in sole control now to decide those car piles of junk, juice spills, and temper tantrums soon regurgitate as thoughts you'd like to rewind, then bottle in time, capture lap-sized bodies to cuddle again in toddler frame bed. Pause. Now. Place small fingers in between yours. Search each scar. Feel now its story, its pain. Real or attention hungry, feed it anyhow. Hear behind and inside cries now. Discover each teardrop's message. Answer now. To the call of nature's lead investigator, seize the hunt, parenthood, unknown, but what treasures to be found. Just don't be so quick in letting the journey pass you by. Seize this moment here. Attentive crowd, your voice, pause. This moment, seize here. My voice, my life, on display, purpose given to me. This is artistry. Write words to carry crowds wherever I choose. Hear numbers they're willing to pay just for 5 minutes of my time. Yes, my time. This is precious time. Our moments in time to be seized. So I feel the dryness of cramps of belly before arriving to the venue, swallow more frequently down throat that surprisingly remains dry, release sweet. Power-packed adrenaline forms in my forms as my name is called, my name. Seize that name, a name labored for. Ashes. Count steps to mic. Mindful numbers too have definition. Now stand. Pause. Here. This moment. Inhale these eyes on me. Spirit breathes. So before I even speak, we all have taken existence in eternity. Carpe diem. For this moment has been seized. Again, it was on page 35, which is 8, which means eternal, infinite, last all throughout times. Mother Maya say she stamped that thing. Come through for the ancestors. Listen, okay? I'm going to get too hyped because, listen, I ain't never heard her talk to me like that about my work, okay? You know, some of my ancestors that I fool with are people that, like, I fool with for real as far as, like, an artist, like Miss Nina Simone, Mr. James Baldwin, Mother Maya, come through. Like, if she just told me right now in front of y'all right now, I swear to y'all, like, she stamped it. It's an eternal word. You know what she said? You know how she says she knows one of my favorite things is when her voice and how she says in and out of time, you know, like in and out of time, you know, like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Please all praises. Okay. Oh, we honor her so sweetly. She said, don't forget shifting. She's such a mother. She's not a mom. She's not a mother. She's such a mother. Okay, she's such a silky smooth. Let's get into the relationship deck. Okay, thank you, Mother Maya, for that. Okay, get into it. Oh, I hear all your promises are yes and amen. So we say thank you. There's a group, Appellation, what do they call it? Something Appellation or Appellation something. Why can't I think of what their name is? That is crazy nonsense. Well, anyway, they got this song, and it's simply called Thank You. Just like how I was telling y'all the other week or whenever it was about the thank you song, Maverick. This group, Appellation Rising Appellation, one of those is the name of the group. And you might not, sometimes you got to learn to get outside the genre, what you think you listen to. Sometimes it could be in a lyric. Like, forget that it might be a certain different type of song, you know, and just cop the message. Spirit will have you all different kind of places if you allow yourself to be open to some things. You know what I mean? Open. Spirit said that's where love come from, honey. That's what I'm looking like. What we got? We got fragment. Oh, I don't like how that's looking. Okay. It's 15, which is going to be 6. Perception came in, y'all know, the other day. So fragment. This is literally looking like, I can see perspective already, because in one moment it looks as if there's like, the floating idea, because it looks more water-ish down here. And y'all can't see it good anyway with this camera right now. But then when you look closer, it's actually walking, because this is grass. There's literally fruitfulness down here. There's all manners of white and purple and pink and greenery down here. It's not water. I hear spirit in the background saying, but even if it was, we come from the lotus tribe, so you know what I mean. You can grow in unexpected places, right? You've learned to do more than adapt. Spirit said you're not fragmented pieces all over the place. You have become master of many things, right? Although you be student of, any master really knows that you're always continually learning and growing, but fact of the matter is, Spirit said these perspectives, and what I'm saying with this fragment card is that, like, it's in your perspective. When this shifting has occurred, thank you, Mother. When that shifting, Spirit was saying it in threes to us, right? Shifting. With that number 5, we've got 1 and then we've got 5. So Spirit is now saying, okay, now you can apply the perspective, because now I told you perception came in the other day. So now you got the 1 and you got the 5. So you know that there's a shifting for the new beginning to come in. Now put it together, and what do you got? 6, meaning you're going to have to go into the paradigm shift and really work into that thing now. You understand? You're taking all the pieces of what you've had. Those are not fragmented pieces of yourself, Spirit say. That's the change in perception. Love sees through a lens of all things possible. Because whatever that was, it was for something. If I could just find the link of where that came from, or what needs to charge it, or how it can be. Love, stick around. It don't push, it don't prod. It don't make anything. It opens itself up. It becomes more vulnerable, so whatever needs to come through knows that it can come through. It's not fragments. The vessel of love will stay open until everything that is you enters it, whether it takes, because love is infinite. Your mind says that there's an end to a thing. Love don't speak like that, because it don't live in emotion. We express it emotionally as humans. But love is an all ever existent. Spirit say it ain't no fragments of you. This is all of you. Somebody, Spirit is trying to serenade y'all. This is Spirit needed to make me a singer. If you was going to have me in front of people, you going to make me a speaker, but you ain't going to make me a singer. But you going to have me trying to be melodic to the people. Spirit said, I want you to know where you belong. That's 4 and 5. Spirit said, I showed you that so that you can walk in that. We went from the 1-4 to the 1-5. Back to the 1-4. Spirit said, because I'm going to remind you. Didn't y'all remember the song I sent y'all to the other week? Do y'all be listening to the songs and y'all be thinking I'm playing because I just be joking? I be serious. Even though I do it with a smile. Annie and them said, the little orphan said you never fully dressed for that one. So you got to smile regardless. If I know, if I don't know. Spirit said, check it out. When you say certain things, you really got to go follow how Spirit speak. You know what I mean? It was the song, what? Man of Your Word? He said your word is written in stone, meaning it ain't going nowhere. And remember, there's a card in this deck that was the reminder a couple days ago. Spirit said the reminder. I'm letting you know, like the oath. Right? Spirit ain't been doing nothing but reminding us about how much we do belong. 5. Why the shifting is even necessary. You understand? High Priestess of Air came out. Look, and she's number 6, perspective, right? On a spiritual sense, I need you to see with your real eyes. Heart chakra, third eye chakra, where your real eyes are. Like, shut these down for a minute. Open them up when it's time to receive something, Spirit say. Things are divinely aligned. Didn't I tell you the other day? Quit trying to make it complicated. Open that heart up. See that? Try and put a chamber on the heart chakra. It ain't gonna seem clear. You belong in a place where the heart chakra dwells. Spirit said making it all complicated and whatnot. And love is just as free and clear. And Spirit been telling us we ain't holding it like that. The hose is open, free and clear. Look, her arms open wide. Sunlight be able to come through. Water divine. All tapped and tuned into all things that are real. That's the number 7. That means completion. She deaded a thing out. You understand? In order for rebirthing, you better come through, fancy Spirit. Rebirthing, something gotta go. Something gotta die, Spirit said, but it's carrying you into what and where you belong. You are not fragmented pieces of anything. There is not all these pieces of you everywhere, all these tarnished and beautiful and makings and whatever all over here. No. Spirit said, this is such a mosaic moment. Like, let me seize this thing. I want to watch each piece come in. Oh, you're used to conditions. You're not used to real love. So you think there's a time clock on how quickly you got to bring your all to me. You think there's a time limit as to how open I'm going to be. You think there's a lapse in love somewhere along the trail of my essence. You think somewhere it's going to be an end. You are used to confines on a thing. Spirits say love come through the room, and it's gonna move. It was that Janae Aiko and John Legend. When you move, I move. Spirit said I'm shuffling, and right on the bottom of the deck is the reminder card. It's the reminder card, which is 10. Don't forget. It's written in stone. 10, full fulfillment. Spirit's not playing. 5, shifting. Shifting. As soon as you shift, you run right into the 10. What else you think you running into? Because the point is for you to understand you already in the promised land. Spirit said I ain't telling you nothing about having to go do nothing after this. Look, shuffling. Still the reminder. And then here comes love card. What you had in your little pocket, which is also 10. 10, 10. Ain't Spirit been talking 7, 3, 7, 3 to us? Alert, alert. Come on, y'all. 10, 10. Reminder, love, come on. Come on. Play with it if you want. But I'm telling you, Spirit been playing in my mind. This is a song I don't even listen to. But these same lyrics keep running through my head for the past like 3-4 days. I swear. I swear, like, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Spirit wants somebody to... Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay, why are we getting goofy though? Okay. Love in the room, see? We can talk love, big love. You know what I mean? Healed love. But when we get to that real man-woman love, come on, get right goofy. Look, wishing well coming through. What's been in the depths of your heart? Spirit said you standing in the promised land. You reaping what you already put in. You're thinking about other things, other concerns. Spirit said you ain't even reap from. Why is you trying to like move that way? Like reap the benefits for the right now. For all them seeds that you laid before, like your harvest. Where your baskets at, right? I literally like, let me see. I pulled this off of my altar to share with y'all the other day. I wasn't even intending on sharing it now, but we in a place so we might as well. And it was like organize my harvest. And this is so crazy because this is why I date stamp everything. This was from April 9th, 2022. So this was a year ago. Today is what, the 11th, right? So it was Spirit saying then to pick your fruit. Like, what is the fruit what are the seeds that you really planted? Like, what is the harvest you get ready to come back with? Do you remember what was on them manifestation boards? Do you remember 2 years ago? Do you remember once things get cleared in your heart and your mind and you can really feel from a whole place and not a place of void? I want these things, but Spirit, this really aligned with my life for real. With my growth, it's going to pull me to grow. I'm not just trying to access things that make me feel higher, but from a real pure place, desiring things, not my ego heart, but my real self. What that fruit look like, where it's going to go into. And this was my whole list of when I say Spirit telling us to bask in something this year for seeds we already planted. So while we planting right now for new crops, Spirit is saying we also reaping. How last year Spirit was saying in the spirit it was harvest time, but it was planting seed for us. So now we're reaping the prophecy that Spirit spoke to us last year. You can go back to the videos here. That's why Spirit have us. You know, this social media can be used for good too. You can go back and fact check, right? And you'll be able to see that Spirit prophesied that last year. And now saying you're here in the promised land, but you still thinking you got to work to get something. And Spirit is saying you just got to open your real eyes so that you can call forth what it is. It's already here. I made that work last year when you made a petition. It's here now. Okay? So you're going to plant more seeds for what? When the harvest come, you don't recognize it's a harvest. So yeah, you a good grower, you a good deed doer, you a good giver, but the idea of love is reciprocity, and I need you to be able to receive this thing. What lessons are you getting from love if you feel it is only to be given. You must come learn more, Spirit says. Yeah? Spirit's been telling us that. You must come learn more. So Spirit had me last year, April 9th, 2022, figure out what my harvest would actually look like. Like, where your seeds been at. You think about it. So that when it does, the time comes, you know what things to put in what basket if you're going to bask in these things. If you're collecting the harvest. When you go to your pear tree, don't you know it's pears you're going to collect from going to pick out beans? So you got a different basket because pears are going to be heavier. You ain't getting no cutesy basket to carry them. But for your mint, you can. Couple strawberries, you can because it's light. But if you're going out there to go dig up some of them sweet potatoes from in the ground, first of all, you need different tools because you ain't just picking, okay? Got to dig through some things. You got to do some things. You see? Spirit is saying you got to know what baskets is going where. Like what seeds have you planted? And then you'll know what to take out there when you go to glean of. You understand? Everybody says, you know, make a table in the presence of my enemies, like all your good and all your blessings and karma come around and you get your good. But where are you putting it all though? How it's going to fit into your current life? Or how does your current life need to change in order to maneuver you going out to get your harvest, right? Meaning, like me, I said to pick my fruit. Part of that was clientele. My family structure is important to me. Financial security is important to me. Flowing and abundance, moving around the world in a sense of being able to go and see other trees and other parts of nature in its natural place, to be able to see other cultures and be around something that will cause me to grow, something that will pull the empathic gifting of me even the more so that I can gravitate in a different dimension to love, right? You know what I mean? Like different things like that called to me is what's a good harvest for me. So flow and abundance, right? And how that works and understanding what the flow is and not always feeling like I've got to grind and never enjoy my family and my loved ones and all these things that I'm gunning and running for. Like, how does that look for real? Because I don't know no other life but grind. I know struggle. We lack in knowing peace. We lack in knowing more than just prosperity. People think it's from poor to rich. That's not a journey from peace or from brokenness to peace with the money. Because if you still peaceless and you still restless with it, you're going to lose it. You're going to mess it up. You're going to regret. There's going to be something tied to it, right? Spirit said, number one, pick the fruit. What's important to me? What are my baskets looking like? My family is a basket for me. What seeds have I planted for my family to have a good harvest? My community is another basket for me. What seeds have I planted within my community, within myself, that's going to cause a harvest to come through that will benefit my community, my business? What seeds have I planted into her so that her harvest can bear good for the business? And then for myself, I've got myself written on there, Ash. What seeds have you planted in here, girl? So that there's a basket over there for you too, right? When Christmas come around, them kids is getting gifts. I'm going to need me to open one too. She the bearer of a thing. She giving a thing, but I'm trying to receive a thing. Some things are easier than others to receive. I get it. You know what I mean? Trust me. I get it. I was just throwing that little joke in there, but put yourself in there. You should be a basket too. What seeds have I planted in myself so that I can reap a harvest? And what would the harvest look like for me? What gives me joy? Just Ash, not mom, not nobody's sister, cousin, daughter, nothing. You know what I mean? Just you, girl. Your heart. Like what you need for you right now. You ain't got to worry about nothing and nobody else. You got to be tuned into your star player like that too, okay? So Spirit says, what's that look like? And how are you, putting into those pockets? And even with community, Spirit had me put that. Okay, that's community, but that's a lot. Where is your area, right? What's in your basket? Like there's a lot of beans, just like there's a lot of different carrots. There's a lot of different types of cucumbers. There's a lot of different lettuces. What type do you want? What type is good for your taste bud? So for the community, right, I had to even get more detail. Like, what is that? The involvement with who? I know my vein mostly is download for women and children and a lot of men who are broken by divine feminine energies, meaning they've had encounters with a lot of divine, not with a lot of divine, with a lot of masculinated women, or have a lot of brokenness that has come from women. And because the nurturing divine feminine energy that I house, if I do work with men, it's typically men who have wound from divine feminine, and it's a patching up, if you will. Okay. But typically it's women and children. And then with my business, right, being prepared, for and aligned for all the opportunities, right? I'm putting it on the board, but what are my seeds? Have I ordered anything? Am I making any products? Do I have any inventory? Am I learning and researching? Am I going to school? Do I have the licenses that I need for whatever it is that I want to do, trying to do? Same thing with my family, right? I could say that I want us to have financial security and that I want us to travel and do these things and be loving, but what seeds have I planted to really reap that harvest? Is Spirit giving us a moment to really say, like, in these baskets of harvest that you're looking for, think about what seeds you planted. Did you plant good seeds in there? Or have you been, dogging your partner out? Right? Have you not been having faith that love will come? Have you been, trashing your kids? Have you been not kind to motherfuckers out here? You know what I mean? If those are the seeds you planted, ain't no need you sitting a basket out there thinking that you get ready to get an abundance of family unity and, blessed trips. No, it's not that you won't get it. It just means that within this harvest, the seeds you planted have birthed some things that you're going to have to go maybe get some therapy for. You might gonna have to spend some time, backtracking and learning what it is to really know what remorse is, meaning however long it takes that person to really receive and understand that you were sorrowful, and you're going to have to, work to prove that thing. You break children. What do you think? It's going to just be overnight because you said sorry that here they go. Your heart should be patched. You ain't really sorry if you pushing somebody that fast, meaning you need more lesson in love. Not that you bad, horrible, but you need more love lesson. That's okay. She feel good. So you might as well get wrapped up in her. You know what I mean? It's not a punishment. It's not sending nobody to the principal's office, right? Love has a lens of so open that I'm loving you back to health, even when you don't understand it. So you fighting it because you expecting me to put up a wall one day. You expecting me to stop doing that. You expecting me to stop having ways to speak into the void of you, where you have to understand that there's something higher than you and I that is speaking directly to your heart and soul. Love vessel do that. Meaning wishing well. What you wish for come through. So if those are the seeds that you planted, be mindful of what seeds you planted, and then put your baskets out so you can receive and understand when you say baskets. If it's for my business, what does that look like for me? Do I want to get up and go to an actual brick and mortar place? Do I want to work from home? Like, what does my bounty look like for me? But am I planting seeds as I'm believing for the bounty to come through, though? Do I know how to balance my checkbook? Have I researched some things? Have I, decided talk to people to see where there's good trusted accountants, things that, you want to start to begin to think about. If it's going to grow to this magnitude that you manifest in, would you be prepared if it came through? What's your blueprint looking like? Spirit is saying, think about the seeds that you land, right? So that every year you're going to lay more seed. But you want to be mindful of the seeds you land, because be mindful, things that are organic, they drop and then they continue to grow, right? And then you don't have to go out there and plant as many seeds every single year, because it's going to make itself replenishable anyway. It's the natural flow of things. Something dies away for a season and it comes back. That's how organic things flow. And since love be all things organic, it do the same thing. I'm going to end right there because we got 19 with the wishing well, and that's 10. All things in full fulfillment. Spirit ain't playing. Ain't no fragments of you out here. Spirit say you right where you belong. High priestess of air. Wishing well. Spirit say you out here. Seize the moment. Seize the day. I don't know where y'all at right now. I don't know what your day been looking like up until now. I don't know if you're catching this at night and what your day was like, but whatever moment you find in this, Spirit say, I want you to understand. Yeah, Spirit say that thing with confidence. She fell right out. You can take them to the water. You can't make them drink. But Spirit said, what you can do is usher in enough love that it give them the confidence that they go and pursue a thing themselves, you see. And once your eyes have seen and felt and heard and touched the power of the essence inside yourself, Spirit, however you begin to call that out for yourself, it'll empower you to believe a little bit more the next time, and to try something a little bit more the next time and be like, well, damn, I might just, you know what I mean? I might really got the goods out here. I might really can make this thing. You see what I'm saying? All right. Little by little, little by little. Love is ever existence. Ain't nobody saying go slow on purpose to be lazy or fuck yourself up or self-sabotage, but find a pace. Spirit will let you know if you need to speed up or if you need to slow down. You understand? Spirit will let us know if you need to speed up or slow down. Y'all know how Skip Marley came in a month or so or two or whatever it was ago and was saying slow down. And then we would have some energy that was creative, and it would be like so much and so bubbly. And then there was times where we felt like being bubbly, and right in the middle of a reading, Spirit would say like, girl, calm down. Like, calm down. You need to slow down. Like, pause out for a minute. Chill out. You know what I mean? Hangman energy. Hermit energy. Like, hold tight for a minute. Like, just hold tight for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, perspective. Chill, chill. Learn. Gain. You know what I mean? Watch. So Spirit is seeing the due diligence there. So let's begin to open our eyes, meaning our hearts and our spiritual eye more, so that we can really see the abundance that is already here for seeds that Spirit had prophesied to the work in which we did last year. And your last year, listen good, could literally be last year for some people. Come through ancestors, come through angels. Spirit say a year ago for you could be 20 years ago, could be 15 years ago. It could be whenever it is from the beginning of wherever you feel like, you know, scales begin to turn. Or scales begin to cover and fill your eyes, your real eyes. You understand? Whenever that base place finds itself in you, Spirit will travel that deep. Yeah, be my prayer for sure. That Spirit travel that deep to find the source root of a thing. You know, that's where we need to get to. So that you can see the brighter and the better and the good that is you. Because love will always help lead you there so that you can see it. Not to discuss and show you all the bad and nasty that you are, but to show you all the greatness and all the wonder that is you until you're able to see it. And then you'll shake into the remembrance of who you really are. And all the other that you think, or, you know, it goes. Things will flow. When they get aligned, they flow. You know, there's some things I could say to you all day, and until you get into the flow of alignment, it don't matter how much you read about it, see a movie about it, somebody explain it to a T, and a well-spoken person. Some things have to be experienced. You know, the explanation's beautiful, but you'll never understand childbirth unless you had it. And each time you do, the experience will be different. So, you know, but you can't explain, you know, it's like you can say it's a pain. Yeah, you can say it's like a pleasure too. You can say it's like you know what I mean? Like, find all these ways to display it. But some things have to be felt. And things that have to be felt are typically things that are, in essence, meaning truth. You know, love, it has to be a felt thing. You know, you can try to describe it all you want. You know what I mean? All right, so that's that on that, y'all. Spirit got with it. So we got to do a couple of things because I didn't even expect to do that reading for y'all. So Spirit brought it all together in one big whop. So there y'all go. And we did it in like 30. So y'all know that's good for us. So that be that. Remember to be led and guided by all things spiritual and love, and all things great and grand. Not will be beckoned unto you. I told y'all we got to change that because Spirit said it already is. We are standing in the promised land. Open your eyes so you can see. Call that thing forth. Ashe.